I would like to shout out Frank Tober for sending me this story. And usually I don't reach back far enough for a story. Usually whenever I do stories, I like to do something that's more recent within the last couple of weeks. This one was from about a little over a month ago. It happened on May 8th. But I'm actually kind of shocked that I didn't. Well, I'm actually not shocked I didn't hear about it. But I wish I had heard about it because it actually lines up with a story I just recently did an update on, and that's Willie McCoy. And this also came out of Maryland. It came out of Frederick, Maryland, which is another predominantly white area in Maryland. Frederick, Maryland, for me, is probably over an hour away, probably about 2 hours, depending on how you drive or what direction you take. But this man's name is Johnathan Konrad Shevock, and he was arrested after reaching for a weapon during a stop. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because Willie McCoy, age 20, was shot with a hail of bullets. 55 of them, by the way, were entered into his vehicle in 3.5 seconds. This guy reached for a gun and was wide awake, and they still took him in alive. And that's not all, but I'm going to read this article and you can see what else he was doing as well. Following a traffic stop in Frederick, Maryland, a 28-year-old man tried to flee police, eventually striking a parked cruiser and struggling with police as he reached for a gun while refusing to leave his car before finally being arrested on gun and drug charges. Now, this now can also tap into what recently happened with Brandon Weber, because they say he rammed into the police car multiple times before he got shot up 20 times. So we have two cases that we can talk about, and all of them happened this year. Frederick County Sheriff's charged Johnathan Konrad Shevock of Clear Spring with second-degree assault, aggravated assault of a law enforcement officer, wearing, carrying, transporting a weapon, possession of a controlled dangerous substance paraphernalia, possession of a controlled dangerous substance with intent to distribute marijuana, and having a vehicle without adequate rear plate registration illumination. He had all of that going on, and he's still alive. He wasn't asleep like Willie McCoy, but he rammed his car into the police like they claim Brandon Weber did, and he's still alive. And he reached for a gun while he was wide awake. Willie McCoy was just moving around because he was asleep, and he's dead. So is Brandon Weber, but this guy's still living. The sheriff's office said Deputy Parson pulled Shevock over at about 10:50 p.m. in the area of Route 15 north of Motter Avenue in Frederick for his vehicle having an inoperable tag light. When Parsons approached the car, he said Shevock looked extremely nervous and could not clearly say where he was going or where he had just come from. Corporal Kretzinger and his dog Tigger arrived following a request for a canine scan of the car. Deputies asked Shevock to exit the car, to which he refused, becoming agitated. At this point, they should have known he was getting ready to resist arrest. And you know, like white people love to say that we shouldn't be resisting arrest and just follow orders. I don't know why they say that when they do it the most and manage to get away with it a good 99% of the time. Let's see, where did I leave off? It says deputies asked Shevock to exit the car. He refused, becoming agitated. Okay, additional officers from the sheriff's office and the Frederick Police Department responded to assist, and cruiser parked in front of Shevock's car to block his potential exit. After officers tried to unbuckle Shevock and remove him from the vehicle, he released the parking brake and began accelerating while trying to put the car in drive, eventually succeeding as he struggled with the officers. Shevock's car then struck the cruiser in its path, stopping its progress. The struggle with Shevock continued, and officers noticed him reaching for his waistband, at which point a deputy was able to enter the car's passenger side, put it in park, and help other law enforcement personnel get Shevock out of the car. Once Shevock was restrained, police found a Glock 26 9mm with a loaded magazine in his waistband. A further search of the car produced another loaded gun, a Glock 43, as well as a glass jar containing about 30 grams of cannabis, a plastic bag of psilocybin. I don't know. I may be pronouncing that incorrectly. Mushrooms, we'll just put it like that. A suspected THC wax dab, 11 gel caps suspected of containing a heroin and fentanyl mix, a metal spoon with suspected drug residue, a digital scale, a THC pen, $1,744, and 2 cell phones. Now, he did all of this, had all of that in his possession, and he's still alive. Somebody tell me out there that white privilege ain't real, so I can go ahead and slap the shit out of you. And he resisted arrest. Shevock was arrested and taken to the Frederick County Adult Detention Center Central Booking Unit. I don't even care what the update of this is, because the fact of the matter is the guy was taken in alive after doing all of that and after having all of that in his possession. Like, this guy literally had a whole damn crime lab, a whole, like, almost like a whole drug lab in his car. And people want to tell me that white privilege ain't real. Don't let nobody insult your intelligence when they say crap like that, because it is indeed real. This right here, this story I just read to you that I had to find out over a month later proves that. And I gave you two examples with two black men who did way less, next to nothing compared to what this guy did, if you want to compare. But that's just another day in America, no matter where you are. If you want to know why most cops get killed in the line of duty, especially mostly white cops, is because whenever they're dealing with individuals like this, and don't let them try to fool you with that stat saying that it's like a lot of black people that do stuff to cops. No, it's mainly guys who look like him. If they didn't restrain him the best that they could, oh, they probably would have been dead. But they'll have you believe that it's black folks that are the main catalyst for the problems that police quote unquote go through in America. Yeah, okay. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one. Oh, and it's a reason why they don't like to identify what the race of the person is whenever cops come into an encounter with a perpetrator, and when they end up dead, it's a reason why they leave the race out of it and just give you the figure, if the figure is even accurate.